Greetings, this is Reverend Wayne S. Pierce. This is the 25th of March, 2011. Got a lot to mention. It's not enough time to do it, of course. 24 hours a day and not enough time to do anything, right? So, what I want to say is this, and I'm going to make it brief, I'll make it simple. The United States of America, as far as a country itself, is completely and utterly gone. Okay, the the people are still here, the freedoms are still here, the process of elections and the system is still working, but as far as the United States, as a country, as a viable, useful, really, industrial country is gone. And I'll tell you why. The advent of the creation of the Federal Reserve in 1913, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Carnegies, all those people back then, the false flag events that put us into World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Gulf of Tonkin was a false flag event that caused us to get into Vietnam. Apart from the French being there in 1957 and not being able to do anything, and they called us. They hated us, but they thought we had more diplomatic power over there. We didn't. A lot of troops were lost. A lot of people's lives were lost in Vietnam. We had the first Gulf War, which was also a staged event by Saddam Hussein, who the CIA and British intelligence set up in the late 60s, early 70s to really infiltrate this party called the Ba'ath Party in Iraq. He infiltrated not only that, but he became their leader and eventually became the president of Iraq and told the U.S. and British intelligence, up yours, I'm going to do my own thing. So there's a whole lot of things happening. Even with 2003, our going into Afghanistan, totally wrong country to go into. We should have went into other places like Pakistan. We could have did it a little more diplomatically, but George Bush had a chip on his shoulder, and he had to finish the job. His dad didn't do George Bush the first in 1991 when he went after Saddam Hussein in Kuwait. Now, see, I just gave you all that information. You're going to have to sift through it. So, anyway, here we are, 2011. And President Obama is nothing but a puppet of the New World Order, puppet of the Carnegies, puppet of the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the offshore banking cartels. He's what he is. He's nothing but a figurehead. All these leaders are nothing but a figurehead. Recently, the news came out that Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper, his party has been, pretty much with a no confidence vote, totally thrown out of the government, even though he's, his party, and it's going to be limited as to what he can do now until they actually have a form of impeachment and throw him out of office. But there goes one leg of the North American Union. Well, another puppet's going to be set up, and we're going to have a North American Union eventually because Mexico is, the borders are wide open, and there's no security down there except for civilians patrolling the borders and some border patrol. But other than that, the $600 million or whatever it was that was apportioned to go down there to help those people or whatever it was. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know it was a hell of a lot of money to put down there to waste. The point is that we have to do what we do by any means necessary and make it possible for us to live free under the Constitution, under the Bill of Rights, and we need to get back to that firm foundation and begin to get rid of all this bull crap that's out there right now, and to get rid of all these things that are happening. And well, do the research. GMO foods. You've got all kinds of stuff. We recently, 2 weeks ago, we had an earthquake in Japan, which devastated the whole country because several of the reactors down there, the nuclear reactors, have exploded and are spreading nuclear fallout all over the place into the ocean, and just the whole country of Japan is totally gone. I mean, it's just absolutely gone environmentally, and there's talk that people there's talk behind the scenes that the government is going to declare Japan not inhabitable for humans, and therefore the whole country is gone. So right across the way, you've got South and North Korea, you've got China, you know, people are going to come to Hawaii or whatever, make their way out, but even so, the radiation is on the planes, getting over here, it's going to be there, yada, yada, yada. Do the research. I know here in the last 6 minutes, I've given you all this information. Please do the research. It's out there. It's out there. I don't know what else to say. I know that we need to get out and spread the word, and we need to do everything we can. This is now a war for the mind. The mainstream media is screwing us. They're not telling us the truth. They're not going to, tell us the truth because they're bought off by the New World Order, by the globalists and the elites. So, therefore, we need to do what we need to do. Alternative media, do podcasts, do whatever, get signs out, get posters out, do what we have to do by any means necessary to get the word out. And rebel, like they did in Germany in 1933 or 34, and in the midst of Hitler's reign before the war, and there was a battle going on there too as well, and then, all of that. So, as far as, people like us getting out and getting the word, we got to do it. We got to do it. And somehow, it can be a small way, it can be a big way, whatever. But we need to get out and do something. And I speak for myself too. So we need to get out and do something. And do your research. That's what I suggest. Don't believe me. Don't believe Glenn Beck or anybody else for that matter. You have to do your own research. So this is Reverend Wayne S. Pierce, 25th of March, 2011.